Welcome to the Captain Greenboy channel or show or whatever you want to call it. But like, subscribe to this channel, you guys. This is a very unique channel. We talk about just about anything on here, and spread love, not hate. So go ahead, like, subscribe to this channel, and wait for a notification. I go live 6 nights a week at 10 o'clock. So if you got anything you want to talk about, we can talk about it on here. But I gotta forewarn you, I don't watch what's going on in the world as far as news, so I don't want to mislead anybody. So basically, I'll just put my 2 cents worth in there, and that's about it. I'll tell you if I don't know anything about it, which I don't know much about nothing that's going on in the news. But let's see who's gonna be first on this fucking shit show tonight on this channel. See who it's gonna be. Who's gonna be? Who's gonna be? Matador! Matador's the first on the channel tonight. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Matador edits. Now, are you new on here? It's my satisfaction. Does that satisfy you? Is that you? You said something else edits. What Matador, was it? No, it was, fuck. Brisket, yeah. Brisket edits. Or Bristol, there you go. You said Bristol edits. It says Matador, bro. So that's you, satisfy you? How many damn guys do you got? How many subscribers do you got, bro? How many subscribers do you got? And you're also Bristol Edits. Okay, so you have 2 channels. What are you editing? What are you just editing? That's all you do is you edit people's videos? That sounds like a good job. But you're sitting at a desk all day long. How the fuck do you do that? I can't even stand to do it for 2 hours, much less all day. I don't know, man. But let me get my shit right. I have to write this shit down because you can't do it like on TikTok. You can't follow. You want to edit me also. What do you mean edit me? Sometimes I edit some of my videos, and then sometimes when I'm filming, I try to make it a point to make them as perfect as possible. So there's no editing. Yeah, I'm gonna check this shit out. Yeah, I'm getting ready to do my I got a list. As you can see, I write all this shit down. So I'm getting ready to write you down, and it's in red pen. So Matador edits and Bristol edits. Okay. And is that with all capital letters on the Matador, or can I just type it in? I think I could just type it in. That was a dumb question. But I'm gonna check you out, bro. I check out a lot of people. I really do. I'm not the one that says, okay, I'll go look, and then I don't. I always leave a message or a like or something to let you know that I was there, so you'll know there's proof that I went and checked you out. So I'm going to write this down and check you out. This is a new list too, by the way. Matador edits _ edits and Bristol edits. Bristol edits. Is there an underscore in that? It's just Bristol edits. Should be an underscore because you underscored the other one to separate it. So I'm going to put it down there. If it's not there, then it'll tell me it's not there. Okay. People to look up. There you go. You see? Right there, bro. I got you. Got you, man. I'm going to check him out. Strawberry. What's up, Strawberry 2? Strawberry 2, what's going on, bro? Are you a girl? Are you a boy? I mean, what are you? So I could say, you know, sweetie or sir or Mr. or Mrs. Strawberry, what's going on? Well, welcome to my live, you guys. It still ain't got no likes. It got 4 people in here. That's only 5 minutes in, but usually I will run about 2 hours, you guys. You know, just come on here and we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. If I feel like it's a touchy subject, I'll just tell you, you know, no comment, or I don't feel like talking about that right now, or I don't ever want to talk about that right now, or ever talk about it, period. But there's only a few things I don't want to talk about, and when you hit one of them, I'll definitely let you know. I won't scream at you. I'll just say, you know, that's a sensitive topic, and we'll go on from there. But if you have any doubts in life or you need some advice, just fucking ask. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you people. I'm just not going to do it. That's like leading the youth in the wrong direction. I'm not going to do that, because you youth are going to take care of me and my older friends and shit. So, yeah, I got you, Matador. I got you, bro. Yep. I always do my homework. Always, always, always. I got to, man. I got to keep up with my fans, because, you know, they keeping up with me. I want you to keep up with me, so I'm going to go check you guys out too. You know, it's only fair that you do that, but yeah, but I'm always a fair person. I give everybody benefit of the doubt too much, too many chances. But everything on here is pretty cool. Freedom of speech is real on here. They just, you know, don't want certain things, which I already know what they don't want. But I'm on here to stay. At least if I get pushed out into the algorithm or I get monetized, I will keep on doing it. But if, you know, the next couple of years don't look too good and it don't seem like it's going to happen, I probably will quit doing it, which will be something hard for me to stop doing, because now I've already seen it as a habit. It's a habit now. So it's like smoking. You want to smoke a cigarette every hour or every other hour or whatever. So it's just like that. It's already in my nature, because I've been doing it for a year. So it's like a habit now. So yeah, I think that I can make an impact on the world. So quitting is not an option right now. I'm taking this full force. I do this every fucking day. I don't take breaks. I post every day. And some of these content creators, you know, put up a couple videos and then they disappear for a couple weeks. That hurts you. That hurts you, believe it or not. So I do it every day, a couple times a day. And I do these lives regularly. And now I'm back on TikTok as Greenboy Demand, doing lives on there also. But I'm also using the Captain Greenboy name. Even though my profile isn't Captain Greenboy, that's who I am. As you can see, I am the fucking Capitani. Yeah, I am the captain. This is my fucking show. I run it. It's mine. It's my ship, and I'm the captain of my ship. And if you have any negative thoughts or words you want to put on my screen and I don't agree with it and you try to rage bait me, I will block you. Yeah. And see, the thing with that is, I don't know how to unblock you, because I haven't figured it out yet. So don't get blocked. Let's do that. Let's be nice. Be a part of this live, because it's going to be fucking huge. And one day you're going to want to say, hey, I was following Captain for a long time and still do. You know, and everybody's like, yeah, I know that dude. I know Captain Greenboy, yeah. Because my name is going to be in every fucking mouth all over the world. I've got friends in Egypt already. I got friends in Iran already. I got friends in Saudi Arabia. I got friends in Germany. I have friends in Ireland. I have friends all over the fucking world. So I have friends scattered all over the United States. So it's all about being friends, you guys, and being nice to each other because we're all fucking human beings. It doesn't matter what our fucking skin color is. It's bullshit. It is something that the fucking government unleashed on us, and we're still doing it like a bunch of ignorant motherfuckers. So let's get smart. Let's be smart. Let's stop fucking hating on each other and hating on your neighbor just because he has different skin color than yours. Bullshit. That motherfucker might need help, and you could probably help him. You probably have the key, and you won't go over there and help the fucking man or woman because of their skin color. That's just bullshit. That's bullshit. I just don't believe in that. Yeah. Yeah, they are laughing at us. They are laughing at us. And it's bullshit. And if everybody can't see that, then you're just as fucking ignorant as whoever is being racist. It's just crap. It's crap. I just, I have a lot of black friends. I'm in the South. If you didn't have black friends, you didn't have friends. So, and plus when we were kids, we didn't know about none of that shit. We were all buddies, And we grew up through the racist bullshit, still being friends. We didn't let it consume us and control us. So, yeah, one of my best buddies is like a fucking brother to me, is black. He's a black dude. He's fucking cool. I just, and he's younger than me. And I just, nah, I can't be that way. I just can't. I won't have no fucking friends. So, I don't care. I have Habib friends. I have Mexican friends. I have black friends. I have white friends. I have friends everywhere. I make friends with everybody. Especially if you love racing and speeding, we can be friends. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if you share the same passions that I do, we can be goddamn friends. Yeah, like it ain't shit. Because, I love fucking speed and I love cars. I love cars. Ever since Hot Wheels when I was a kid, UFC, I mean, it's okay, Matador. I just, beating the shit out of each other just to see who's the baddest is... I think there's other ways of doing it, but it is a cool sport. But watch it? No, I don't watch it. My last boxing hero, and after he wasn't in America anymore because America shamed his ass, even though he was one of the fucking greatest, shamed him and sent him to another fucking country to box for a few years before he came back to America. That was my last hero. And that hero was Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was the baddest motherfucker in boxing. Yeah, and look what America did to his ass. Yeah, that's just bullshit. And over what? Because he bit somebody? I mean, come on. So, it's just, there's a lot that I don't know that he probably did, but I don't care. Mike Tyson he was my boxing hero. Knock you out in the first round. I mean, it was guaranteed every time he boxed. I mean, you can't say nothing about that. I mean, fuck. Shit. So, that was my boxing hero after he retired and was done. I really didn't carry on watching boxing. It wasn't exciting anymore. It just wasn't exciting. And, the UFC it's okay, but that's more or less street fighting. Yeah, he has a backstory. Yeah, and it was like, after he went through all that, look what the government did to him. It just was really fucked up. I hated to see that he wasn't in America boxing anymore. That's when I stopped watching. It was, HBO was all behind him. All these sports, Don King, everybody was pushing him behind him. He was making millions of dollars. And then they just shit on him. I didn't agree with what they did to the man. I love Mike Tyson. I'm glad that he started getting into movies because then I could see my hero again on the screen. Not boxing, but being himself, which was cool. I think he's a cool motherfucker. He's like a thug. He's got that badass tattoo on his face, which I think is cool. So I just like Mike Tyson. I'm sorry. And that's where it ended with me. Even had a video game, man, a Mike Tyson video game. Yeah, for the NES. Can you believe that shit? And I played that motherfucker, and I beat the goddamn game after so long. It took me a while, but I did beat it. After, the pattern went around school about which side to get on and wait how many seconds. So, but yeah, that was my last. He was my last hero as far as boxing, fighting. I just don't believe in fighting. If someone puts your hands on you, you have the right to defend yourself. I do believe in that. But just cold walking up to somebody and punching them and trying to start a fight, no, I'm not into that kind of shit. I just think that people should try and talk it over before you end up, going to violence. I think that a lot of stuff can be talked over. A lot of it is misunderstanding. That one person's like clearly not getting it and mad and pissed off, and they're so mad that you can't calm them down to show them what's going on, and get them to see that you're being ridiculous for nothing. But it's hard to talk to people like that. I always give everybody the benefit of the doubt. Like I said, if I don't like what you're saying, I'm just going to walk away. Just going to walk away. It's not a problem. Just walk away. It's very easy to do. You got 2 feet. Walk away. If you're in a wheelchair, wheel away. Fuck. If you're on a cane, cane away. What the fuck ever. You're in a car, drive away. Just get the fuck away from that negative person. It's just not even worth standing there and fighting with the motherfucker. It's not. It's not worth it. Because most of the time when you throw hands in the street, guess where the fuck you're going? To jail. Yeah, you're going to jail. And then you're going to court. Not only are you hurting from the fight, your wallet's going to be hurting too when you have to pay that expensive ass court cost, which now is almost $300 fucking dollars just for you to sit in that goddamn court and be judged. So go right ahead. Don't walk away. But if someone puts their hands on you, that's a different story. You shouldn't walk away. You should stand your ground. And I'll tell that to anybody. Don't let people hit on you. Don't. Just don't do that. That's not cool. You don't want that. But yeah, I just not really into fighting like that. But I love fishing and racing. We're gonna fight on the drag strip. I still don't have no lights. I don't even know who's in here listening. 18 minutes, no lights. Wow. It makes me think people ain't getting their notification. I came on at 10. I think sometimes this live isn't notifying people. I don't know. It's weird. It's not good. Yeah. Well, these screens be getting dirty, don't they? Yeah. I don't even think I have power on this thing. Battery's charged. Takes forever to start up. But what's going on, everybody? Like, subscribe to this channel. Blah 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 blah. It's only one person on here. I'm about to cut it off. Oh, it's 100%. Why the fuck is it off? Let's see. music. Oh, there it is right now. YouTube. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Yeah, I don't think I'm pushing out the notification. Let's see. If it'll start, takes fucking forever. There it goes. I guess it does say I'm live. Oh, well. Yeah, it does say I'm live. I can see myself. Send a hi. I did. All right. What's up, Christopher Green? What's up? What just happened? No, that's me, bro, on my tablet. That's me. That's me. I got my tablet right here. Well, I'm getting hit up with all this fucking. Come on. There you go. You're looking like a Mario. I was just looking to see if I was getting my notification was going out there. But yeah, it's weird seeing me on the I'm watching myself on my tablet. It's weird. Ugh. Yeah, but that's me on my tablet. I was just checking to see if I was getting notified. My notification was going out. Go like rinse wash. What do you mean? What's rinse wash? What is that? Damn, stop with the notifications. Shit. But usually there's a bunch more people on here. I don't even know how to do it like. How do you even do it like? I don't even see it on here. to do it like that, I guess. Does it say where you can do it like subscribe yourself? Am I a Christian? I mean, I believe in good and evil, but I don't know about Christian. I don't go to church. I mean, I believe in God and Jesus and devil. I believe in all that shit, but I wouldn't say that I'm a Christian. No, I wouldn't claim to be one. I mean, I'm not a Christian hater. I'm not a religion hater. I just, have different thoughts on these Muslims coming over here, taking over America, and making us abide by Sharia law. I don't believe in none of that, but am I a Christian? I'm going to say no. I'm not a devil worshiper either. I'm like neutral. Because I believe that Jesus said, follow him, not worship him. So that's where I'm at with that. You're supposed to be worshiping God, not Jesus. Jesus is the Son of God. He was just opening eyes. That's all he is. Yeah, Christianity is separate from Muslims, yes. And, a lot of Christianity is being spread where Muslim countries are, and they don't want it in their country. Why the fuck do we want their shit in our country? You know what they do to Christians over there in the Middle East? They shoot them. Yeah. They hang them, they shoot them, they burn down the church or whatever group they got. Yeah. That, from my understanding, that's what happens to Christians over in a Muslim country. So I don't want Muslims here in this country. I don't want to go by Sharia law. And they're saying if you don't, you'll be a slave to the Muslim people. I'm sorry, I'm not being no slave either. I'll take a bullet to the brain first. No, not doing that. That's a big no. Big no. Mm-mm. But, all I can do really is just love myself and, try to, I don't know, treat everybody with respect. Treat everybody like you want to be treated. Don't kill anybody. Don't steal. Bad karma. I think that if you treat people right and you're nice to people and you do good things for free, you'll end up in the heavens or wherever they say you go after you die. Yeah, I've ever since I left my ex-wife, I've been trying to do way better with helping people, especially the handicapped, our seniors, definitely the seniors, and our retired military, some of the older people. I cut them breaks when I come into their houses and do repairs. I help them at the grocery store when I can. I always thank them for their service because nobody is, and they sacrifice their whole life, their family, their children, and their death of that person for this country to see how it's going to shit. Yes, I'm going to thank them people. You damn right. Because they went out there and they sacrificed their life for this country. And then to see it go to fucking shit, that means they did it all for nothing. If they could have looked into the future and seen that the world was going to shit, they wouldn't have joined the military to try to change the world. They wouldn't have done it. They had a belief. That's why they signed up. Yeah. They believed in humanity. That's most of them military guys are like that. They believe in humanity. They're not racist. They believe in helping human beings, the human race. Doesn't make a fuck what your skin color is. The military will help you. Doesn't matter what the problem is. I'm not saying the government, because they're trying to divide us. I'm talking about your ordinary military soldier. Yes, that's just the ordinary guy. Yeah, it is true. It's true all day long. I mean, They don't see color. They see humanity. That's what they see, and that's how they're trained. So when they go into these other countries, even though they hate the religion that's going on or they don't agree with it, they still help the people out because the people is what matters. That's what's paying your paycheck. Help the people. They're humans. They're in trouble. What the fuck does it matter what color their skin is or what their religion is? Fucking help them stay alive. That's what an army personnel will do. Not the government. Let's get that straight. I'm not talking about the government. I'm talking about an army soldier personnel. Yes. And he could be a goddamn 5-star general. He still would help humanity. So I live at the largest military base in the country, right here in Fort Bragg, Fayetteville, Fort Bragg. And there's military personnel every fucking where. There hasn't been a day since I was a child that I haven't seen the military uniform somewhere on the street, in a store, on a bus, on a bicycle, in a car, at the store, at the gas station, every fucking where here in Fayetteville. It's been that way for fucking ever. And everybody here carries a gun. So it is one of the safest places that you can actually go to will be here in Fayetteville, Fort Bragg. So if anything pops off, I suggest you pack a fucking bag that you can carry on your back, not the fucking sink and not everything that you bought, all your toys and all your bullshit. Don't load it up on a trailer and bring it here. Just bring a bag of clothes and come to Fort Bragg. We'll take care of you. You'll be safe. Not a problem. If anything like that happens, they'll probably build one big, huge-ass goddamn fence, some stone wall or something around the whole county to keep the enemy out. I actually see that happening. The Corps of Engineers for the government, they ain't gonna not just do nothing. No, they're gonna go out there and do what they can, which is put up a fucking wall or fence. So. But anyway, what are you going to do? Usually I have more people on here. But, Gabe, what's up? When will it happen? I don't know. I don't know when anything will happen. I know in 2030, the whole world is going to change because they're going to be finished building that big 300-acre large, that's the base of it, 300 acres computer. I don't know how high they're going to build it, but the base of it is 300 acres. When you look at a picture of it, you can see the little people walking around and they're like, this little. I don't know about digital ID. I don't know about any of that, but everything's going to change. A lot of people are going to lose their jobs. I pretty much am telling everybody and warning everybody now to go ahead and arm yourselves. Yes, arm. A-R-M. Arm yourselves. Because there's going to be a lot of people with no jobs. A lot of people that are going to be scrounging to live, to eat. And it's going to be bad. What's up, Rooster? What's going on? I was wondering where all y'all are at. I've been on here 30 minutes already. You the first one. Yep. I got a couple of newbies in here, but cell phone's gonna change. You know, they're talking about fucking all kinds of shit. Is a knife enough? If they get close, yeah, knife is good enough. But if you're in Europe, it's already gone to shit over there, bro. Crossbow, that'll work too. Get one of those little bitty ones, man. They're like this big. And they shoot like 50 yards, but they're little steel rods, man. They're little steel rods like this, the size of this pin. Can you imagine hitting somebody, shooting somebody with that 50 yards away? But, you know, you have to load it. So, more or less, an automatic weapon would be the best thing to have. But any kind of weapon, a bat, a fucking knife, goddamn folded chair, anything you can swing and knock that person out, Now, considering now this, everything goes to shit. Now, you're going to have weapons laying all over the ground. If you've played any kind of video games, I'm telling you right now, once the shit hits the fan and people start dying, you will have ammunition and guns all over the ground. Just pick something up. You just woke up, Rooster? Well, good. I'm glad that you're relaxing. You got a bro. This time you got a few weeks now. With the broke ribs, you had a couple weeks. Now you've got a couple months. Who's that? Lilia. Who's that? Tempura? I don't know who that is. Ilya. Some fighter. Huh. Does she have like a web page or a YouTube? I'll write that down and check her out. I mean, if she's going to help me in the future, why not? ILIA. It's a dude. I don't know, but I still can look it up. Oh, he'll support and grow with me? Okay. You should train MMA. I mean, I do have some skills, but basically for me, I black out when I get assaulted, so it's not cool. I'm gonna write this down. ILIA. ILIA. Tempura. Alright, I got it wrote down. I'll check it out. I will check it out. Not a problem. What's up? Look, it's Christopher Green is on here. Oh, shit. Then blindfold yourself. You won't black out. No, when... I'm not... No, Gabe. It doesn't work that easy, bro. No. Lizzie! Where have you been? I thought you were in trouble because of Goofy Lion. What happened? Girl, I was worried. Straight up, for real. You were on my brain like every fucking day, like I got you in trouble. You been so busy? Okay. So you're not in trouble? I thought you was in fucking trouble. Man, now I got your new, now I was waiting to see you on here. It's been about 30 days. Yeah, all the elites have bunkers that they're going to go to because they're so greedy they want to live to enjoy their money. All right, Lizzie, I'm writing you on my list. I'm going to go and subscribe so I can keep up with your little ass because you had me worried there for a minute, girly. Damn it. I was really pissed off about what Lion did. Lizzie. Let's see, that's a dash, not underscore. L1ZS. L1ZS. Alright. Yeah, I thought you... Well, that's good. I finally got rid of him, so he's gone. So I hate that. I thought you were in trouble with your mom. I didn't know what was going on. I couldn't find you on YouTube or TikTok anywhere. That's fine, Lizzie. As long as now that I know that you're okay and you didn't get in trouble because of the line, that makes me feel better. I didn't know. I was worried. You know, I just didn't know if your mom took your phone from you or any of that shit. So I didn't know. But I'm glad that you're okay. That makes me feel better. Wow, you just made my fucking night, little girl. Believe it or not. Yeah. I was like, well, you can laugh all you want. I was worried. I was like, what the fuck? What happened to Lizzie? You know, and just for him coming on here doing what he did, it wasn't fair to you and a bunch of others. Okay, girlie, good night. I'm glad you came on here and let me know what was going on. Thank you for letting Captain know. Thank you. Thank you so much. Give me a like before you leave, girlie. Good night, sweetie. It was good to hear from you. I swear. Now that's one less thing I gotta fucking worry about. It was somebody came on here and went on her channel, and she's working hard on her shit. She's a little girl now. You know, this punk ass came on here and bullied everybody in my live because he got mad, and then he reported me. He reported Lizzie. He reported a bunch of people, Jamal, Rooster, and it wasn't right for him to do that. I don't know if he reported Rooster or not, but he reported a bunch of people in my live, and he was bullying people, and I had to keep blocking him. He had 50 accounts, and he was like some kind of hacker or some shit. But yeah, he picked on little Lizzie. She's fucking 11 years old. Who picks on an 11-year-old girl? Really? I mean, that just wasn't cool. Yeah, it was. It was a lot. It took a lot to get rid of him. Manador, are you telling me names of fighters? I'm not really into the fighting game, bro. Yeah, that I don't know nothing about all that shit, bro. I don't watch fighting anymore. I didn't even know there was a fight at the White House. Didn't know. That don't seem like something that would go on, you know, up there, but I could be wrong. I don't know. But I'm looking at myself. I don't know if you guys are looking at it. I don't know if you can see it. You can't see it because of the fucking... Yeah, you can't see it. I'm looking at myself. I'm about to turn it off. But, MMA and knife fighting. Yeah, me, where I stay out past the city in the woods. Probably like, I don't know, 4 miles from the city, 5 miles maybe. There's a pine tree in my front yard that has grown into it has two tops in it. At the very top of those two tops looks like this. Well, the branches have come together at the top. Well, what I'm going to do is that pine tree is so fucking tall. It looks over all the other pine trees in the woods where I'm living. So I'm going to go up there and build a platform where I can sit up there and wait and watch for the enemy to come down the highway. There will be a camera on that platform also when I can't go up there and sit up there, because I can't sit up there all the fucking time. Yeah, like a sniper, yep, just like a sniper, yep. I will have a platform up there. I will see the enemy coming before they get here. I'll already have booby traps in the woods around my property, so I will add to them, and there will be a fence going up in the near future to go around my whole property with barbed wire. So if the enemy comes down the road and I have no choice, yes, I will start picking them off one at a time. Not a problem. But that's the enemy, not regular people, and not our army. I'm not fighting our army. Fuck that. But I will try and make a dent in their population. I guess that's what you want to call it. What gun am I going to use? Probably a 60 cal. Yeah, probably a 60 cal. Yeah, something I can carry. Well, I probably won't carry it up into the tree because you got to climb a ladder to get up there. But put it on my rope. I'll tie it up to a rope and then climb up, pull my gun up. But that I don't think that's ever gonna happen. I mean, the tree's still sitting out front, and I ain't done shit to it. So that tells you right there. I mean, right now, all I can do is just climb up in the top of it and sit and wait. But it's not designed to keep my ass from falling out of that tree if I shoot that gun because it has quite a kick. Yeah. I better start preparing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the newer version of the 59. Yeah, it's a 60 cal. It's a big gun. It shoots over 3 miles. That's a long fucking way, bro. Depending on wind velocity and shit like that, where your target is, if it's moving or if it's standing still. I'm not trained, into sniping, but it comes down to it. You don't need training. You just need a steady arm, a steady platform. Yeah, it's 60 cal, man. They got it in a. The gun weighs a lot. You have to put it on some kind of tripod. That's how heavy it is. You can't just hold it and shoot it. John Jones? I don't know who John Jones is. Joan Jett? Yeah. I love Joan Jett. But, hopefully it won't come to that. I'm hoping and praying that the world don't come to that. But we never know. We don't know what's going on in the future. Just like the other night I was looking into, I don't know if you guys know about these time travelers. Time travelers have been showing up on the internet for the past, I don't know, 15, 20 years, something like that, where they're telling us about the future and telling us what to do to avoid things in the future. Well, John Jones is like Mike Tyson of the UFC. That's cool. But the latest version I've heard is from these time travelers is that, which is coming up, which is like in our timeline, like really soon. They're saying a couple, not one, a couple of time travelers are saying that in 2028, aliens are going to invade America, invade the world. They're coming in as nice, white flags flying. We surrender. We're your friends. They land here. We get to know them. They get to know us. And then, a year or so goes by, and then they try to take us out. So that's what I've heard from these time travelers. I don't know if it's real or not. A lot of the shit they say is bullshit, but this dude was very convincing. He was saying that the aliens did so much damage on Earth that it wasn't worth rebuilding. So basically, you had these floating cities. You had these cities like the Death Star, in Star Wars, but it was half of that. It was like a floating cup. And there were cities floating everywhere because Earth was too fucked up to rebuild. You don't think that's true? I hope it ain't true. I don't know, but they're saying it's going to happen in 2028. Yeah, I'm not a big believer in time travel because I think it exists. Now, I think it exists, but the only people that have it are the government. I think the government can time travel. Yes, I really do. I think that it exists. But as far as, the kind of shit I'm talking about, aliens taking over and stuff. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. The rapture is coming. Yeah, I believe we're living in the end days now, Matador. To let you know, I really do, because they're supposed to be 7 years, 7 years, 7 years. I think we're living in the first 7 years, and then you know what's coming after that? Total devastation. Yeah, they're gonna try to wipe out humanity. Well, I guess the gods and the angels, or whoever, whatever the Bible's saying. I don't know, and we don't know if that's true or not. But we don't know. It was actually a vision that was seen by some of the prophets way back when Jesus was alive. So no one knows that it's really going to happen. No one really knows the truth. You don't know the truth until you fucking die and you go to the other side. That is when you'll find out the truth. It's either going to be heaven or hell or straight blackness, like when you close your eyes. Close your eyes. That's what I think is going to happen when you die. You just forget seeing, hearing, feeling, tasting. You're just not a spirit anymore. You're just wiped out. That's what I think. But this is my opinion. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. Don't want to be one. But we don't know what's coming. We don't know. We don't know if fucking another meteor is going to hit the earth like it did with the dinosaurs and wipe us out. We don't know if it's going to be another country comes over here and invades and wipes us out. We don't know if the aliens are coming. We don't know if the government's going to do it to us. We don't know. Nobody knows the future. Nobody. But them motherfuckers that have the time machine, which I'm thinking the government does have, they know the future. Yeah. Yeah, I really do. But as far as this time travel, some of it sounds really believable. Yeah. It really seems believable. So, well, from what my understanding is, when you die, you go to a gray area, and there's 3 portals. 3. So if you have heaven and hell, what's the third portal for? What's the third portal for? What is that for? So I've did a little studying into it, life after death, and people coming back from the dead, and people that have seen the Garden of Eden and this and that. Basically, every one of them, just about, and it's all across the world, seeing the same shit. You see a light, you follow the light. The light brings you to this room that has the 3 portals. Then you have someone, a spirit, guarding the portal doors and making sure you stay seated in your seat where you're at. You don't get up and roam around. So it's like a guard spirit. And then when your name is called, you're told to go to a certain portal, and you don't know where you're going because they're not labeled at the top, like, exit and elevator and stay out of this room, employees only. So they're not labeled portals, so they just tell you which one to go in. And that's basically what I've learned through studying death in different countries and different cultures. But every race thinks differently about death. Every country is different, yeah. From the Egyptians to the Japanese to Chinamen and, the Middle East. Everybody sees it differently. It just depends on what religion you were raised on and what you were taught. That's all it is. But, there ain't many people on here. It's just you, Matador. Well. I'm about to get off here. I might have to go to the store. I think I just might. I have to take my medicine. I have to take my medicine. Sometimes I almost forget. It's like starting to be a natural thing, I guess, or a constant thing. It's 11 o'clock already. Yeah, Matador, I mean, we all have our thoughts about death. Nobody really knows. All we can do is think. Like you said, I think. Well, I think. Everybody thinks their own certain thing. A lot of people are raised differently to think differently about, Jesus and God and all that stuff. We really don't know if it's real. We don't know if it's real until we die. It's a known fact. And what if you spend your whole life worshiping a God that don't exist? I mean, I'm putting that idea in your head. Just think, you spend your whole life being a Christian, your whole life putting your whole heart and soul into being nice and doing the right thing, and I'm going to be good and I'm going to end up living forever in heaven. What if none of that exists? What if it was all a game to make you act like a certain way? No one's really thought of it that way. Yeah, I believe that Jesus is real. Yes, he was a real person. I do believe Jesus was real. I do believe that because his blood supposedly is still on earth today. I don't know if you guys realize this or not, but the day that he got crucified, Mary Magdalene was pregnant. So Jesus' wife was pregnant with child the day that he was crucified. She had to be snuck out of the country so they didn't kill her and her baby. Yeah, that's basically, they didn't want another Jesus rising up to come after the government for killing his dad. So she actually had to escape the country to, keep him being dead. But they're saying that Jesus' blood is on this earth today. But yes, I believe Jesus is real. Yes, I do. But Jesus was no God. Jesus was opening people's eyes. He never said worship him. And I've studied this. Jesus didn't say worship him. He said follow him and listen to what he's saying very carefully and closely. He was actually warning the people not to be scared of the Roman Empire because they had a grip over the people because of fear. So Jesus was opening eyes and telling people, hey, look. And, yes, he did perform miracles. Do we know if they're, true or not? They are in the writings. We don't know. But if he did perform miracles, it was because he was the Son of God. And God put the power through him to heal whoever from their blindness or their crippledness or whatever he did as far as healing back in the day. But no one really knows. We really don't know until we die. I mean, that's a proven fact. And then you have scientists on the other end stating that, the world was made like this, and, it was because of chemicals and iron deposits in space. They spun around, and exploded, and Earth was created. It was one big ball of fire at first, and then after so much steam and stuff from the fires and the volcanoes entered the atmosphere. Then, oxygen started coming about. The fires disappeared underneath the ground, and water started coming, the oceans, and so scientists have a different way of seeing it versus what the Bible says. But the Bible could be a book of lies. We really don't know. That's what I'm trying to say. How can I worship a God that I don't know is true? I just I can't do that. That's why I don't worship. I believe, yes, I believe there's a higher power, and there's a lower power, an evil entity in this world. Yes, I do. That's why some of the stupid, crazy shit that's going on in this world happens now, because of the crap that's going on. But I know I better have some smokes in my truck, or I'm going to flip out. I probably won't have to carry on this live. The Bible is true. You can feel it in your heart. Okay, well, I really don't feel it in my heart. I am a little skeptic about it, but I'm not a devil worshiper. I'm a good guy. I help people out. I love humanity. I love people. I'm nice to everybody. I give everybody chances. I'm really not a hateful, ugly guy until you put your hands on me, and then that's a different story. And that's called assault. When you assault me, that's a different story. But most of the time, I don't argue with you, and I just walk away. It's a waste of my time and energy. I'm not going to put my energy into you being negative. That's just a waste of time. It's a waste of energy, too. I'll get in my fucking truck and leave you standing there looking stupid. You can call me all the names you want. I don't care what you call me. I don't give a fuck. But I believe one way. Everybody believes their own way. Maybe it is true. Maybe it's not. There is proof of Noah's Ark, and the Euphrates River is. They're finding all kinds of shit there as far as biblical. So. But I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody knows the truth. And the Euphrates River, they're saying that there's 4 archangels chained up underneath the river somewhere in a cave. And they're starting to find these caves. And they're starting to find weapons and pottery and bones and chains and all kinds of stuff. So maybe it is real. I don't know. But the stories are all over the internet. I've been looking at a few of them. The stuff they're finding is just amazing to me. But no, like I said, nobody knows until you are absolutely dead. You'll know then, because you'll be dead. Hopefully, you don't suffer a bad death where you suffer until you die. That sucks. Quick death is probably the best thing that you want. But hopefully we all survive this bullshit and can love each other and can come together as a people again. I mean, what happened to the people? They divided the people so that would make us weak. I don't know when you guys are ever going to fucking see that. And it makes me sick every fucking day that no one is seeing this. Only a small percentage. It's like 1%. It's not even 1%. That's 1 out of a dollar. So you're talking about 1 penny out of a dollar that sees what's going on. Do you see where I'm going? Which means we're never going to probably go back to the people. We the people is probably never going to happen again. But if a disaster happens, a small percentage of us will, bound together and help each other out, and won't see hatred and skin color and all this other shit. So it takes a disaster, though. That's the sad part. It takes a disaster for us to see past our skin color and our hated ways, our beliefs, or whatever, however we were raised by, our elders which, you know, most of them started this racist bullshit because the government told them to. And, oh, they're goody-goodies. They're going to do what the government says. The baby boomers, you know who I'm talking about, the old people that are out there today. Most of them kept this racist bullshit alive when they could have ended it a long time ago, and we could be living in a better time. But no, they didn't give a fuck. They were doing what the government said, and that's what they did. And now people ain't really so much listening to their government, especially not these young people today, other than, you know, where's my fucking money at? That's the only thing they're listening to, really. But if we can get the whole world, the whole 100%, the whole dollar, if we get the whole dollar to see what the government has done to us, we might get back, we the people. But I don't see it happening, and not in my lifetime. I really don't. Maybe when the aliens take over. Maybe then. I don't know. If they try to, if that's even true. I don't know. It's just some shit I've seen on the internet. And we all know that the internet lies. It's a bunch of lies, a bunch of fucking conspiracies that ain't even true. And it's an easy way for them to spread propaganda through the whole fucking world, make you believe some stupid bullshit when it's not even real. And it just spreads like wildfire. It's ridiculous. I just can't believe how people act. They take one thing, boy, and they just blow it out of proportion. And America is bad for that. Americans are bad for that. Yeah. So, I am going to be right back. I'm going to get a drink and a piece of a cigar I got sitting on the porch. Hang tight. Alright. Yes, Satisfy. I have a question for you, bro. Why didn't you come on here sooner, man? When you knew I had put out all the information, all the videos about coming over to the YouTube. I'm trying to get my 10,000 plus followers from TikTok to come to YouTube. Why didn't you come over? It's not the Goofy Lion, Jamal. I know this guy. He came from my TikTok. What's up, Jamal? Man, I've been on here an hour already. I've seen you and I've seen Rooster, and I'm even on here as myself. Let me show you. Watch. Hi. You got off work, had to go by the gas station, picked up a 12-pack. Of course. Then you went to Pizza Hut and got a stuffed crust pepperoni. So you getting ready for tonight, Jamal. You ever think about quit drinking, Jamal? Yeah, no. You're still young. I mean, but you don't want it to kill you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. You don't drink liquor, but still, you know, beer can fuck you up too, bro. Turn you into an alcoholic. Just be careful. If you ever smoke weed, that'll mellow you out too. But you know, some people like drinking, some people like smoking. Okay, so that's cool. I'm not ragging you or anything, Jamal. I'm just asking questions, that's all. But you know, if that's what you do, a lot of men do that. There's no hurt in that. Yeah, I'm just, you know, you're my friend now, bro. So you've been on here a while, so I consider you a friend. So I'm worried about your well-being of your future because I know you're still a young man. But you can do that. I mean, you're not drinking when you wake up in the morning. I mean, when you start doing that, then it's a problem. But if you just, you know, every day after work, I mean, that's no different than me smoking weed. I do that every day after work. So, you know, ain't no big deal. Plus, yours is legal and, you know, mine is not. Up until, you know, this November, they're probably going to say yes on it. But Rooster, he came on here for a little while. He woke up from a nap. He said he's in a lot of pain. As far as little Andrew, I don't know. I know he can't hold his son for a while. That shoulder ain't going to allow it. I don't know where everybody's at. I've been on here a while. I haven't seen nobody but you and Rooster. No Harley. I heard, guess who I heard from, Jamal? Little Lizzie. Yep, I heard from Little Lizzie. Yep. She's okay. Everything's fine with Little Lizzie. She came on here and told me that she was really busy. You know, she's doing a lot. She's busy with her life. Even though she's 11, she's really busy. So, with her career, I guess, I don't know. But she didn't say what happened. She just said she got busy. She said, oh, I was busy. I guess helping her mom do some stuff. Or maybe they had to move. I don't know. But she came on here for a few minutes, said hi. And then I guess she's more into her video games, which is, you know, that's understandable. She's 11. So I was just worried that she got in a bunch of trouble. She said she didn't. She just got sidetracked and started getting busy and forgot about the live. That's normal. I didn't forget about you, Matador. The fuck? You were satisfied on my YouTube. You never came over here when I told you, all you guys, I told you I made videos of it for weeks. I still put Captain Greenboy on my videos. I watermark them on TikTok. Captain Greenboy, Greenboy the man. I fucking put those together. You look on the video, they're somewhere. So if you download my video, guess what? You're downloading my watermark. Yeah. Video with The Rock and Stone Cold was hilarious. Yeah, I thought that was, yeah, I like that video. Yeah, and that was just an act. They almost kissed. I bet after that they went back in the back and laughed about it. But yeah, I like that. I was a fan of both those guys. I love Stone Cold, man. He is the bad motherfucker. I actually met him one time. Yeah, I sure did. I met him and his crew at a Waffle House. Yep. And right here in North Carolina, at 2 o'clock in the morning, I got his autograph. He shook my hand, almost squeezed my goddamn hand off. I wasn't ready for it, but he was a cool dude. Yeah, but I got to meet Stone Cold. He was a bad motherfucker. He was hanging around with a crew of freaks, and they were on a bus traveling This was, let's see, my wife was pregnant with Destiny. So this was in 90, she was born in 98. So this was in 97. 97. 97, man. I met Stone Cold at the Waffle House in North Carolina. Yep. Right off the highway. I got his autograph, but I don't know what happened to it. But I did meet him and his crew. He was a really cool dude. Once he sat down, I was sitting at the bar, and he had to go by me to sit down. So when I realized who the fuck was walking in the door, I almost shit my pants. It was like, it was so weird. But I told him before he passed me, I was like, Stone Cold, what's up, man? You know, I was like in shock. But he gave me his autograph on a Waffle House napkin that I lost. Is it true that it was weird to take pictures with celebs before? I don't know. Not everybody carried around a camera back then. Like I was saying, I was at the Waffle House. My wife was pregnant at the time, and I was getting her fix. She was craving goddamn Waffle House 2 o'clock in the morning. So I got out of bed, drove up there, and ordered us some food. And that's when he came in the door. I was fucking in shock. I've never, ever, ever, other than the time when I was a kid, I met the Four Horsemen. That was 85, 86, somewhere around in there, at the fucking store down the street from where I live. They were getting out of a fucking limousine. So I was into wrestling when I was a kid, but as I grew up, I kind of got out of it. But I knew who Stone Cold was, and I knew who The Rock was, because, you know, Stone Cold was started doing movies, and so did The Rock. So I knew who they were, and I was fans of them already from wrestling. But when I met Stone Cold, man, it was fucking so awesome, man. I wish I had a fucking video phone. That'd have been awesome. Leader of the pack, what's up, bro? What's going on? Welcome to the live. I hope all you guys are sharing this fucking shit out, because I feel like I'm doing this for nothing. Don't make me feel that way. Share it out to everybody you fucking know. Share it out to the devil. Share it out to Jesus Christ. Share it out to your fucking mom and dad and their cousins and brothers and sisters, and fucking share it out to the puppies that the dog just had yesterday. So share this motherfucker out. Let's blow this motherfucker up. I'm doing good, leader of the pack. What's up? How are you, bro? But yeah, I wish I had a fucking video goddamn smartphone when I met goddamn Stone Cold. It was fucking best thing, man, ever. I'll never forget that shit. Just the chances of me being in a damn Waffle House in a shit town, on the edge of a shit town, let's say that, on the edge of the shit town, because that's where the fucking freeway was, and run into Stone Cold Steve Austin. The big 316, bro. I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. And then I went back and I told my wife, and she didn't believe me until I showed her the napkin. And then she thought I tried to sign the napkin myself. I was like, where in the fuck did you see me with a blue fucking marker? Where? A blue marker now. A blue marker. That's what he pulled out of his pocket. A blue marker. Yeah. It wasn't a Sharpie. It was a blue marker. Yeah. I guess he was marking or doing autographs with it at the show before, I guess. I don't know. But it was a blue marker. But, you know, this thing has a delay. Can you guys hear me all right? I feel like I need one of those microphones. I'm thinking about getting one of those microphones so you can hear me clearly, but maybe one day, I'll have a couple hundred people in here, but this is my first year. Uh, what are you gonna do? I'm doing the best I can. I'm doing the best I can. I mean, I am getting some attention, but it's not a lot like I thought. But it'll be all right. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. Let's see. Now it won't let me. All right, leader of the pack. Thanks for sharing my ass. Don't share it with nobody else. It's hurting. I just turned on all the messages, so I didn't see a lot of these messages. Um, but what's up, Madison? Get those pinkies up. What? Pinkies up for what? Get your pinky up. Down there in Silver City. I know where you are, girl. I drive through there all the time. I start looking for that. I'm looking for that. I'll be like, where's Madison at? If I see you walking or coming in and out of the store, I'm like, hey, girl. Yeah, Coppertown. You got that right. But, Rayford is a small little place. That's where my mama lives. My mama lives in Rayford. So, But thanks for coming on here, guys. I've been on here for about an hour and 20 minutes so far. We're talking about just a lot of crazy shit. Jesus and if God is real and the heavens and what you believe and are you a Christian or do you believe in good and evil? Do you believe that Jesus Christ was, an example or, they made an example of him because he was trying to open people's eyes on what the rulers were doing to the people and also trying to get the people to come back together. We need to be we the people again and set our government straight. They're supposed to be working for us, and what's happened is it has done a complete reverse where we're scared of the government. We should be scared of who we hired to represent us. They're supposed to work for us. So we need to get back to we the people and go in there and clean fucking house and put some younger people in there with different ideas and different opinions and fresh minded and not a bunch of old geezers that are about to die on their stupid beliefs from the 1800s. So the incentives to be rich. Yeah, everybody wants to be rich. So if they make everybody rich, we won't be so destined to be rich if everybody had the same amount of shit. But then that would make everything boring, wouldn't you think? I don't know, I always believed that if we all looked the same, it would be boring. It would be a boring place. Yeah, money running everything. People can gather money up and they think that that's the best thing and that's what runs everything. Well, I think the best thing is water. Food and water. That's the best thing. You can get food without money. You can either go hunt it or steal it. But you can get it without money. But I just want to be comfortable. I just don't want to worry about running out of money to eat or to have water and stuff like that. Survival. Um, yeah, the 1%, the rich. Yeah, they rule the world. Yeah, they rule everything. They're called the elites. They're elite. My mother seems to think that they're lizard people. We actually have lizard people walking around with skin on like humans. They look like humans, but underneath they're lizards. Uh, I don't know if that's true or not. I don't fucking really care, but I think there are aliens walking Earth that have skin on, like, like a robot or what the fuck ever, but until they get rid of money, you'll never get rid of people ruling other people. Yeah, you're right about that. But we need to go back to trade or another way to survive. We can all, get rid of taxes and money altogether and just start giving shit to each other. We can do that. If you have too much of one thing, give the rest of it to somebody else, and they give some to somebody else, and we can start a system like that. But everything started with a trade. I'll trade you this for that. I need what you have, and you want what I have, so let's do a trade. And it really depends on that person whether it's worth the trade or not. Now it's the money. That's what they put a price on it. That's what the government wants. That's the trade. You take it or leave it. There is no negotiation unless you're at a yard sale or an auction. And an auction isn't a negotiation. It's motherfucking you're bidding, a bunch of people bidding on one thing. So it's complicated, but my mother's not wrong. I don't know, leader of the pack. You'll never go backwards when society has gone. I know this far, you'll never go backwards. Yeah, we're too far into it. There's too much greed going on. Gold and silver and paper money, and I have more of this than you do. Ha 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 ha. Or you're a peon, you're down at the bottom of the fucking ladder, I'm at the top standing tall, I can see down on you, all that shit. Yeah, I know that will always go on. That will always happen. It's humility is what it is. They want to humiliate you as a person, so they feel like they have to be like higher than you, above you. Oh, I got more than you, I live in this house, you don't. So that's never going nowhere. But we can band together and change that. We sure can. I believe it with all my heart. I really do. If, because the government takes in billions and trillions of dollars a year from our taxes. Can you imagine if we could control that money? You get some of our own tax money back once a month in a check. Could you imagine? You pay your taxes regularly, but at the end of the month you're going to get a check for some of that tax money back. Fuck doing it once a year. Let's do it every month. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, complete reset. I think we're on the way to that pretty soon too. It's either going to be the government that, I actually heard, well, not heard, I seen it on the internet. Let's just say that I seen it on the internet where, if you believe in a time traveler's leader, I've been looking into these time travelers for about 10 years now, just following them, reading their stories, stuff like that. This one guy, he wasn't a time traveler. He just walked through a portal on accident, and he was of this day and age. Right now, he came from right now, 2026, to 2048. So he went through a portal that transformed him 20 years or 2046, 20 years ahead of time. And what they were telling him and what he had realized, that when he got there, he seen a bunch of floating cities that were floating in the air, like spaceships just floating, not aliens, cities for humans, because the aliens invaded in 2028 is what this guy is saying. That's 2 years from now. And they come in nice and they get comfortable here, and then they try to take over and tear up most of the earth. And that's why they had the floating cities, because of course Americans won against the aliens. That's hands down, that did happen. That's why they have floating cities, because the earth was too much to rebuild, so they just made these cities that float in the air. So I don't know if that's true or not, but we'll find out in 2028. It's 2 years away, so we don't know. But a lot of shit they predicted in some of these time travels, which, like I said, I've been looking at them since 10 years ago, and some of the dates that went by and nothing has happened. So a lot of it probably is bullshit. I wouldn't doubt that for a minute, but who knows? Yeah, we do owe more money than we make. Yeah. I'm actually waiting for the whole system to collapse. What'd you come into, Rooster? We're just talking about the government and money and trading and, rich being over the poor, and the rich making fun of the poor, and, being privileged because they got money. And we're talking about the elite and the lizard people that run this country. And we're an experiment. We are an experiment. We are a living science project. Like when you have the mice, you put them in a maze and it's in a box. They can't get out. The mice try to find the cheese. I actually think that we are the mice. We Americans are the mice, and the lizard alien people are looking down on us like a science project. Like whenever they get ready, they can just wipe us out, start over. Yeah, that's exactly how I see it. I actually think that I think there is more than one timeline. Yes, I do. There's several timelines, and they're running together like on a guitar, the strings on a guitar. Yeah, I think the timelines run together. It's just depending on how you point your life is on which timeline, and when you were born. I think it's like you're separated. Like it's like a quarter machine separates the quarters and nickels, and I think that's what it was. We were all separated to go down different timelines. But we don't know. We can't get to the other timelines. I think the only ones that can do that is the government. I think they have everything they need to go back in the future. So, I don't know. I don't know. All we can do is... Well, that's good, Rooster, that you're still resting. But I'm about to be off here in about 20 minutes. But there's a lot of shit that we don't know that's going on. And I think the reason why the government keeps a lot of it hid is because people can't handle the truth. People can't handle what's going on. The people that are handling it, some of them ain't handling it too good. So I actually think that we are at the end of our science project. Yeah, we're at the end of, because we started over after the dinosaurs, right? So we've been going strong for a while, and it's not going too well. The science project is going left when we should be going right. It's going left, and it's fucked. Everything is fucked. Everything's going to shit. Humanity is not what the lizard people or the elite thought they would be, or the gods, or whoever's in charge. Nobody really knows. Nobody knows. Only the ones with all the money, they know. The president, he knows. Everybody up there in politics and Congress, they all know. It's a big secret they're keeping from us because a lot of us can't handle the truth. That's pretty much what it breaks down to. So all the ones that can't handle the truth, they won't know it either, because they're part of society. So you've been feeding Andrew with your left hand. Well, that's good, man. You won't be able to, just be careful if you get to hold him. Yeah, that's another thing, leader. Just wakening people's eyes, just opening people's eyes. And I thought I would start this live to try and do that. You know, spread love, not hate. Tell everybody, wake the fuck up. The government that you rely on is doing this to you. The ones that you love so much is doing this to you. I can't say that enough. The government has done this to us. We are a fucking science project to them. They don't give a fuck about us. They want our 7, 8, 10% tax so they can have their cushy lives. And nobody's even realizing that shit. Yes, some of the money does go to the roads and the bridges and buildings and schools. Yes. Not all of it. Not all of it is. You're telling me trillions and trillions of dollars a fucking year in our tax money is going to that shit? No, it's not. It's going in their pockets. I believe that all day long, 100%. Yes. And I will come on here and say it over and over and over again until someone fucking opens their goddamn eyes and starts telling other people like me. I'm telling you guys now. That's what this live is all about. We have real talk on here. You know, we can talk about anything. It doesn't matter what the fuck it is. But yes, I do believe that we are a science project that is about to be extinct. Whether it's a fucking meteor they throw at us, or a fucking laser beam, or fucking aliens they sick on us, whatever it is, you can believe that our government is in control of whatever happens to us in the future. Unless it's Jesus Christ himself and he walks the fucking earth again. He's not government, but that would be my only thing. It's either the government's fault or Jesus Christ has come down here and that's it. And you're going to know when that happens. If it happens, if it's even real. So who knows? Some people are fighting against you then that show in your right there that the government is doing a pretty good job. Yeah, they're not doing a good job. They don't give a fuck about us. Yeah, I'm trying to tell it like it is. And if they want to hush me up like they did Charlie Kirk and Abraham Lincoln and Malcolm X and motherfucking JFK, not JFK, Martin Luther King. Anyway, they were all silenced. Yes, I don't know if you guys realize that shit or not, but it was probably the government that silenced them. So if they want to silence me, they want to shoot me, then go right ahead. I'm good with it. Because I'm actually curious about the next step. I want to know what's on the other side. So if you want to take me out, government, please, I don't care. Take me out. But I'm going to run my fucking mouth like this as long as I can. Yeah. And if they want to get my IP address and come over here and say something to me and lock me up, then that's fine. Or put a bullet in my neck or whatever the fuck, or in my head or whatever the case may be. So, you know, it's pretty much the CIA, yeah. The Central Intelligence, yeah. Those are the motherfuckers that if they don't agree with you, they will take you out. Those are the ones killing everybody. And yes, I'm saying it right on YouTube, yep. But yeah, it shows it in the movies. Everybody fucking knows it. Everybody knows it. The CIA runs everything. It's like the elite. They tell everybody what to do. They picked Donald Trump for a reason because they knew he would start this war. War is money. Yeah, so whatever. Well, that's good, Rooster. You need as much sleep as you can get. Knock me out. Oh, well, you know, if I get famous enough where I get on TV and I'm talking negative on the government, just like Charlie Kirk and everybody else, you know, it's possible they take me out. Yeah, it's because, you know, the government's giving them money, it's giving them food and paying their bills and oh yeah, I love the government, but they don't realize they're getting fucked in the end. I hope not, but I'm not scared. I'm not scared of the government. Fuck them. I could care less. They could come up my driveway. I wouldn't care. I would go out there and defend myself. Yep, to the death. Goddamn right. Yep. That's one thing I won't be scared of. Nope. But, you know, until that day, I'm going to still run my fucking mouth because I can. And this is America. And I can do whatever the fuck I want to do as long as I ain't killing and stealing and being ugly and conning people out of their money. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. And I'm going to say this and preach this until I can't do it anymore. And right now, I'm giving it about good 15, 20 years. So I'm on this motherfucker for the next 20 years. Trying to open up goddamn eyes like Jesus was doing. Now, I ain't Jesus, but I'm trying to open everybody's eyes and let them know that the government don't give two goddamn shits about you. All they care about is their fucking tax. Where's my tax? Where's my tax? I need my paycheck. I need to build the wall around my house. I need my house to be fucking $2 million plus. I gotta never have my lights cut off, never have my water cut off. You know, blah 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 blah. Set up my ex-wife so she don't rob me blind. Blah 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 blah. So what the fuck ever. The government don't give a fuck about you. They never have. The last time the government cared about you, I would say Teddy Roosevelt. Great Democrat. Great Democrat. He was for the people. Teddy Roosevelt was the man. He didn't agree with the military and the government at the time, so he started his own fucking army, his own military. So, whatever. That was the greatest, last Democrat that America has ever seen and will ever see in the future is Teddy Roosevelt. Yes. But all I can do is come on here and keep preaching. That's all I can do. The government is fucking everybody. They might be giving you money, but they're fucking you at the same time. Hard too, man. Yeah, they're just putting it to you. And you think you're living the dream. Oh, I got my house. I'm paying 30 years for a house. It shouldn't be like that. You're paying tax on it after you pay it off. It shouldn't be like that. Oh, I got this nice fucking Corvette. Oh, I worked hard for it. I got the dream car of my dreams. No, but when you pay it off, you still got to pay tax on it the whole time you own the bitch. Yeah. If you don't want to pay tax on it, you better put it in the container and put it in the fucking ground so they can't see it. Because they're going to want a tax on it. Yeah, it's bullshit. Yeah, you're being conditioned from the first time you watch TV to the first time you go to school. Yeah, that's what school is about. School is conditioning you to be a stupid blind fool in the public. So you go get a job. You know how to work a checkbook. You know how to deal with money. They put money, play money right in front of you. They tell you this is how it's got to be. You're socializing with your other people, your classmates, your peers, and then your peers judge you when you do something fucked up. So yeah, it's all conditioned into their system of fucking America. Yeah. And they're going to keep on doing it and keep on doing it. Let's get rid of schools. Let kids learn how to survive, how to fucking make clothes, how to dig a hole and survive in a hole if something happens, how to defend themselves, how to shoot a gun, how to shoot a bow and arrow, how to skin meat, how to fucking trap. I mean, let's learn some shit. They're not teaching none of that shit in school. No survival skills at all because they don't want you to survive. When the end comes, they don't want you to survive. Only a handful of us know how to do it. I'm one of them. I grew up in a family of survivals. I know the woods. I was taught the woods. Yeah. So I'm the pushback. That's basically what I'm doing. I'm pushing back because I can. I'm not gonna keep on in this bullshit. What's up, Rooster? What's going on, brother? I hope you're taking your medicine and shit like you're supposed to, man. But yeah, I am very passionate about this government shit. I don't think it's cool. What they're doing to humanity, you know, giving them this big dream and then they never are getting it. Well, good. I'm glad you're taking your meds, bro. This time, it's absolutely crucial, Rooster, that you listen to your doctor. If you ever want to work ever again without pain, you better heal before you think you can go back to work. You better have Jose and Greg and Chad go do that shit for you. Yeah, that's what you better do. And then, you know, Rooster, maybe because of this accident, you run your boys and you're able to start your own office. You have your own office and you're at the office. You've actually bumped yourself up because of an accident. That's possible. That's what might be going on here for your path, brother. So heal up. Yeah, leader of pack. That's basically what they're trying to accomplish. But there is going to be a resistance. There is. There's already a group, a huge group, that's going to resist. So it doesn't matter. There will always be a resistance. Always. Yeah, let your cousin's dad work for you. Yeah. Make him your right-hand man so you make him the boss since he's the older one. Whoever's the oldest needs to be the boss. Whoever, well, not the oldest, but whoever has the drive to be the boss, let them be the boss. Yeah, that's cool, leader. I remember you telling me that. I do remember you telling me it was at Vermont or somewhere. I thought Vermont. I'm seeing Vermont. Well, Rooster, summer's about over, bro. So, but you know, everybody out there is looking for work. It shouldn't be hard for you to find workers. Put an ad on Craigslist. Yeah. Put an ad on Craigslist that you got a job and describe the job and tell them, you know, what it pays. Well, if you think you're covered with those two, that's cool. Just keep using those guys. You just stay the fuck at home and get well. But I'm really serious about this government shit, and nobody's really listening. That's the sad part. Yeah, that's cool. That's less money you got to spend, Rooster. But you need to make sure whoever you got in charge keeps up with the receipts for gas. You need your gas receipts. And then that way, when you give a gas allowance and you get the receipts back, you'll know that the allowance that you're giving for gas is being used. I know you're not an idiot. But make sure you get receipts for everything. I got bags and bags of receipts. I even got this plastic container to put receipts in because they're starting to get out of hand. Oh, that's what I thought, Vermont, yeah. I try to remember everybody, leader. I really do, bro. And I know that you're an older gentleman. I know that you're an older man. I remember that much too. Yeah, that's cool, Rooster. If the boy wants to go to work after school, let him. If he wants to work on the weekends, let him. If the boy wants to work, let him. Shit. If you got people that want to work, let them. Shit. It's the ones that don't want to fucking work. Those are the ones you don't want to hire. When they start coming up with excuses why they can't be at work. Oh, I got to go to the doctor's appointment. Oh, I got a flat tire. I've heard it all. Being the boss, I've heard every excuse in the fucking book. Every excuse. I even had, when me and my ex-wife had a company together, I had an employee that told me his wife was pregnant, right? And, you know, I was really nice to the guy, and he was new and fresh, and his wife was pregnant, and she was about, I don't know, 8 months, I guess, when he started. But he actually faked her having, you know, going to the hospital. This is what he told me. He didn't fake it. He just told me that his wife, he missed work because his wife had to be rushed to the hospital. They thought they were having the baby early. So, and the next time I see his wife, I'm like, you know, I'm glad that you didn't have premature birth. And she was like, what are you talking about? I said, well, you know, Billy here told me that you had to go to the emergency room a couple weeks ago. She's like, I didn't go to the emergency room. The baby's fine. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't tell her that he didn't come to work that day. I just, you know, had said that he'd said that. But he went and did something else without her because he wasn't at home either. But the boy didn't last long. He only lasted a couple weeks. I ended up firing him. He just didn't desire to come to work. Real Rooster, if his son is 20, that means he's out of school. Let the boy work. Oh, he's in college. Okay. That's cool. He wants to work his way through college. I got candy. Meat and chocolate, Rooster. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. But hopefully this live will open more eyes. I'm hoping. I mean, this is the end of my first year. So we're going to see. Whatever you think is best, Rooster. You can trust them, yeah. He has more experience. That's good, making him boss. I would love to cut grass all day long. I actually like cutting grass. All right, leader. Thanks for talking with you, bro. I'll still keep my hopes up on we the people. I'm about to get off here also. Everybody has jetted. All right. You know what's best? I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I've been on here in 2 hours. Rooster, you keep resting and take your medicine. Listen to the fucking doctor. Everybody else, thanks for the love and support. I'll catch you guys. Tomorrow's my day off, so I will catch you Monday. I might go to TikTok and do a late live. I don't know. I might. I don't know. I'm back on there doing lives on TikTok. But I appreciate everybody coming on here, checking me out. Like, subscribe. You know, stay off drugs. Don't drink alcohol and all that good shit. But Rooster, go ahead and get some rest, bro, and do what the doctor says so you can get back to work. All right, you guys. Peace out.